Today we're going to be using this one sheet of 12 by 12 paper, and we're going to be making a mini note card and also a matching envelope. So stay tuned. Hey crafty people, and welcome to my channel. This is Ellen at EGI Designs. Today we are going to be making a mini note card, and we're also going to be making a matching envelope. And this idea was kind of born out of, I had recently made a bunch of 3 3/4 by 5 little note cards, and I was gonna make matching envelopes for them, and then I realized that if I cut the paper correctly, I could actually make the note card and the envelope from one piece of paper. So I decided that I wanted to share that with you. So our little note card, again, is 3 3/4 by 5, and with this type of paper, we actually need a 7 7/16 square to make the envelope. So our note card has to be a top folding note card. So if you have paper that has, a beautiful design, you can see where do you want to cut this. So in this case, I'm actually going to cut this side for the card and this side for the envelope, and then we can see how this folds, whether or not we want to have the hummingbirds facing out or we want the back side to be facing out. This is a piece of pattern paper that is from the new Flit Flutter collection. This is from Paper Wishes, hot off the press. It is lots of butterflies and hummingbirds and spring and beautiful and all those things. So I wanted to use that for today's project. I usually use my We Are Memory Keepers 1, 2, 3 punch board to make my envelopes, and I'll show you how to make one for this size. But I have an online calculator that I use, and I will link that in the description box and over on my blog. But basically you put in which size envelope you need, metric or imperial, and then it will tell you how big you need your paper size. So in this case, 7 7/16, and the score line that we're going to use is 3 1/4, and that will make more sense as we go along. All of the measurements and everything that I use will be in the description box and over on my blog at egidesigns.com. So I'm going to use my Spellbinders trimmer because it breaks down into 16ths. And so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the 3 3/4 section off. And I do have a little bit of wiggle room to play with as far as the size that I need for the envelope. So if you have a piece of paper that you need to shift over a little bit, that's fine. You can cut the envelope side first and then see if you want to adjust the side with the image, you can do that. So we have, so this is 3 3/4 by 12. And then, so this side we need to be 7 7/16. So we need to pull the arm out here. So we have 7, and then, so the half, so 7 1/2 is 8/16, so we need to just drop down one little tiny notch. So I'm just looking at this. I think I'll go this way. So 7 and then 7/16. And then again, go this way, 7 and 7 3/16. Okay, so now we have the piece that we need for the envelope, and we have the piece that we need for the little note card. I do like this detail here, and this is going to be folded back, so I think I will cut it this way because we only need 10. Okay, and then we need to score at 5. Okay, so for this, you just fold it in half and use your bone folder. And now we have our little card. Right? Like, that was easy. Very, very easy. So yeah, if you just need like a little simple like thank you card, or a card to stick in a gift, or something like that. So now we have a beautiful card. And you can put a sentiment on there, whatever you like to do. But let's get going on the envelope. So these are the pieces that we have left. And we are going to score at 3 1/4. So I like to use my Cricut scoring tool for my scoring. So you're gonna come over to 3 1/4. It's right here. And you punch. And then lined up with this little notch here is the track. So you're going to go down the track. Okay? And then you're going to turn it to the left. And you can feel there's another track here. If you kind of keep your finger on it, you can feel when it falls into that track. Okay? And one other thing to keep in mind is that the opposite score lines are the same measurement. So in this case, it is going to be, let's see, 3/16, 4 3/16. So if you keep that in your mind when you turn it. So now we're back to 3 1/4. And then the 4 3/16. Okay. I think the bus went by and my puppy dog is not happy with that. Alright, then another thing you can do on the back side here is a corner rounder. Okay, so we're all done with the envelope maker. So one thing we could do, we can make a in the top envelope, which might be interesting because then it would keep this intact, or we could have this on the front. Just trying to think which would look better. Well, let's fold it up and then we can figure that out. Alright, so you want to crease all of the score lines. Okay. Trying to think which orientation I like better. Because we could make it like that and have it go in, but then it's kind of funky on the back. Alright, I think we'll do like this. So the next thing we need to do is we need to put adhesive on it. What I really like to do, let's grab my stacker here, is on the bottom I put in the flap and then put these over, because basically what you're trying to do is put the adhesive between the edge of this and the edge of the bottom flap. So you can put the adhesive right in here and that will be perfect for not gluing your card together. On the bottom I like to use 3/8 inch double-sided adhesive, and on the top I usually use 1/4 inch. Okay, so we have our 3/8 there, and then we can do the 1/4. And then this will just leave on until I'm going to send it. I found out, because I was trying to research like small card sizes, if you're gonna mail this in through the post office, the minimum size a letter can be is 3.5 by 5. So I wanted to do at least a 3.5 by 5, and then I realized that if I did 3.25 by 5, then I'm kind of staying in the same dimensions as an A2 size, so I could use any of those matte layers and the dimensions would work out correctly. So that's why I picked the 3.75 by 5, because that's a 1/2 inch smaller than a regular A2. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that is why I chose that measurement. So then I'm going to use my weeding tool and take those off, and then fold this up. Use my bone folder, and then now that it's stuck together, I'm going to use my bone folder on the edges to really get that varnished. Okay, so now we have our beautiful envelope. And then so here is the card, and obviously for this demonstration it's not decorated or anything. I mean, this is gorgeous on its own. I would put either a die cut rectangle in here or just cut it on my trimmer so I had a place to write, or just leave it plain like this and you can write right on here. The background is light enough so that you could do that. Alright, and then the moment of truth, we will stick this in here and make sure it fits perfectly. Okay, so there you have it. We have this gorgeous envelope and matching little note card set. I do have a whole playlist of different size envelopes that I make on the 123 punch board, and I will put a link for that in the end screen. And then I also have a card making playlist if you want to check that out to get some additional inspiration. If you found value in the video today and want to support my channel, I would love it if you could hit that like button and also consider subscribing. It greatly helps me in getting out my content, other crafters just like you. If there are other sizes that you would like to see me make on the 123 punch board, let me know in the comments and I will make a video showing those for you. But I do have a lot of other options in the playlist. I have A2, 5x7, A6, mini slimline, yeah, and there's lots of stuff over there, so go check that out. Anyway, thanks so much for stopping by today. Until next time, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and have an amazing day. Bye bye.